everyone! Today's video is going to be a favorites video, things that I've been loving recently. Most of it is beauty, but I have one home decor item and one pair of boots to share with you. Let's first start with the home item because it's literally sitting on my lap and I'm like, oh, I love this blanket. So I have showed this a ton on my Instagram, it's been on my blog, and like I said before, if you don't follow me on both of those places, like, you know, I have my regular blog and then also Instagram, I share so much stuff on both of those places, especially on Insta stories now. I find that's such an easy place to kind of share different things. And on my blog, I do like a Friday finds post, which I'm sure if you do follow that, you know, those are one of my most read blog posts. And it's all these different like random finds that I'm loving or I discover and I share in one post. So it could be like movies, books, recipes, home decor, beauty, fashion, you name it. It's like a mishmash of everything. So I've talked about this blanket before, and it is this faux fur chevron kind of ombre blanket. I got it in the gray, and I believe it comes in ivory and then also green. I've been using it just as like a decorative throw on my bed. I use it at night when I'm working in my bed, and I believe it's like $49. And for the price, it is so soft and so unbelievably, it just feels a lot more like lush and expensive than it is. Even though $50 is still somewhat pricey. I mean, I've seen some throws where I'm like, how much is that throw? That is crazy. So I wanted to share this because I've been loving it so much and just, I love, like I said, just draping it over the bed as like an accent piece. You can use it on a couch. You can use it stuffed in a basket, in your baby's room, wherever you want to use it. And like I said, it comes in 2 other colors. So the other non-beauty item I wanted to talk about was these boots. So get ready because these are Uggs. Right? Can you even believe it? I was looking for winter boots. I wanted something, not like foul weather boots, but I wanted like kind of like a warm boot and just kind of wintry looking without being like a standard traditional, just like cute ankle boot. And I had seen these, I don't know where I even found them, like on Instagram somewhere, on Pinterest, and I like searched and searched for them and they were sold out everywhere, but they came back in stock. I'll link the website below that I found them on. And so they're fuzzy on the inside, but the fuzz doesn't go all the way down. So that's good and bad. Good because your foot doesn't get too hot. Bad because maybe you want the extra coziness and warmth. It hasn't bothered me, and I normally go barefoot or just like a really thin trouser sock. And I love that they have a heel. And just because sometimes I don't want to wear like flat snow boots or flat winter boots, which a lot of boots are because, you know, you don't want to be like walking around heels in the snow or whatnot. But I like that this has a little bit, it's like fashionable but functional. And I just love the color and I love the little tie detail. And these are about 3.5 inches. I thought it would be too high or too uncomfortable. Nope. Like I can wear them all day. Super comfortable. And I will link to a blog post below of where I styled them. I wore them with like just a cute kind of camel sweater. And I didn't need to rubber sole these because they come with a nice durable sole. You guys know I rubber sole all my shoes. Do you rubber sole all your shoes? Because you need to. Where do you go to do that? I don't know. I found like a local cobbler. And I just asked to have a rubber sole put on all my shoes. And what it does is it extends the wear of your shoes. So my pumps, my sandals, everything. The only shoes I don't have to rubber sole, get this, Stuart Weitzman boots, for the price that you pay, they come with like a gorgeous rubberized or rubber sole. So I never have to do that. And they last. It helps the boot stay in such a better condition. But if you're not rubber soling your boots or your shoes, just go online right now, look up a local cobbler in your area and do it. I brought old shoes even to him, and I had one in New York that I used to go to, and they've extended the life of my shoes so much more and saved me from, sometimes like the soles will get very thin, especially walking in New York because I was constantly walking everywhere, and the soles of my shoes used to get so thin, I literally would feel the pavement or like the cobblestones through my shoe. So once I ended up putting rubber soles and everything, it was a game changer. All right, side note, got distracted. Let's move on to the beauty favorites. Now, if you haven't watched my Drunk Elephant video, I'm gonna link it below, you need to. And it's such a popular brand right now. I reviewed almost every single product in the line with the exception of the new Patina moisturizer, which I don't have yet. And I had to include these in my monthly favorites because these I've been using like non-stop ever since they sent them to me. And the Baby Facial from Drunk Elephant, amazing. Retexturizer for the skin, super intense, super heavy. This will blast away. I mean, it's like literally, it felt like it was like power washing my skin. I mean, that is how intense this exfoliation is. Because then when I removed it, I was like, is anything still there? Like, is my skin even still there? Maybe it's gonna peel the next day. No, it didn't. It didn't get red or irritated or anything, but you do have to work up to this if you have sensitive skin and do a patch test, like on a small little part of your face, just to make sure that you can handle it. But if you can, your skin will never look smoother or feel better. I use it about once a week. The Lala Retro Whipped Cream, beautiful, beautiful product. The texture is fantastic. Comes like this, you just squeeze it up here, very thick whipped texture. But the reason why I loved it is because it's thick, hydrating, but also very lightweight and feels like nothing on the skin. It's very hard to describe, but it's one of those moisturizers that you can literally use all year long because it'll work in the coldest, most awful days of winter, and it'll also be lightweight enough to use during the summer when your skin needs something lightweight but still replenish all that moisture that the sun is taking away from it. The Tatcha Deep Cleanse. I reviewed this recently. I'll link to the blog post below. And I wasn't sure I was going to like it because I don't always love gel cleansers, worry about them being foaming and drying out my skin, blah, blah, blah. But this is beautiful. And it has little exfoliating particles in it, but nothing irritating. It's kind of like a jelly texture. It's like a nice, somewhat thick jelly texture with slightly exfoliating bits. Like I said, I'll link to the blog post below because it shows a still picture of the product so you can see it better. Emulsifies beautifully, doesn't foam up. I mean, maybe a little bit, but nothing worth, stripping your skin, does nothing like that. And really gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, I don't use this every day because of the exfoliating properties. So maybe 2 to 3 times a week I would add this in, but it just makes my skin, it's a nice gentle exfoliation. I mean, it's not, you're not gonna get done with this and be like, wow, it's just kind of like, just helps to renew my skin. I like to use it in the morning. I've been using it as a morning cleanse, which really helps like wake my skin up, and my foundation ends up going on beautifully because it has that little bit of exfoliation for the morning. All right, I'm back to this. I've talked about before. I'm sorry to like add it in again. You guys are like, we know, Mary. You've talked about it a million times, but the Origins Ginseng SPF 40. I love it. It's supposed to like work with anyone's skin tone, and it just, kind of just disappears into your skin and it adjusts to your skin tone. I don't know how it does it. It's like magic in a tube. But I love it because it has SPF 40 and it's really, my skin looks very glowy when I'm wearing it. Not shiny, not greasy, but glowy. Like it has this healthy radiance to it. So I use it before makeup as my SPF or just alone and just touch up places with a little bit of concealer. I am back to, I pulled out 2 of these products that I haven't used in a long time, and I went back to them. The Cober MD Intensify Facial Discs. You want to talk about retexturizing? I guess this is the month for retexturizing for me, because the Baby Facial is pretty strong, but these are like discs that you use, and they really do amazing things for helping retexturize the skin. Not as strong as the Baby Facial. That's something I would use like once a week, once every week and a half. This is something you can use 2 to 3 times a week. And I really have found that it's been helping me with my hyperpigmentation, this kind of dark spots that I developed during pregnancy. That has really been key in helping me kind of bring my skin back to more of an even tone. And the Alumino Face Oil. I forgot how much I loved this product. It has a small bit of retinol in it. I think it's retinol palmitate. So it's not like a really strong retinoid or anything like that. But I love it because it is a very lightweight face oil. So I don't have to worry about like using too much and my skin really being like oily or greasy. But this is known, and a lot of people like have talked about it and given reviews and said it's just known to give your skin very much a glow, and it does. It is one of those face oils. Some face oils are great at nourishing, hydrating, adding back in moisture, and then some face oils give you a glow the next day and just continuously when using it. This is one of those products. So I like to use it at night, and I really feel like the retinol in it helps to exfoliate my skin. So it has other properties besides just nourishing and hydrating, moisturizing the skin. It's really going to help to give slight retexturizing, which will then help to like increase the glow, make your skin, like the texture feel a little bit better without going, you know, over to like a peel or like a really hardcore exfoliant. All right, this Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick in sheer Patina. So Patina is a very popular color from the line, one of the lip colors, but this is like their sheerer texture. It's actually what I'm wearing today. And it is, I don't know. I love the Stila lip colors, the Stay All Day lipsticks. I do. However, those things are thick, they can be a little drying, and they don't move. And sometimes you don't want that much coverage, you don't want that much full coverage, you don't need that intense of a payoff. You want something a little more sheer. This is beautiful. First of all, it's like a gorgeous, it's a little more plum than I wear, but I've really been liking it. It does dry down to slightly matte finish, nothing too like drying where your lips feel like, give me a lip balm quick, like give me some water. Nothing like that. But I like that the coverage isn't as full. Okay, and the final product in today's favorites is the Hourglass Vanish Flash Highlighting Sticks. I'm wearing the color Champagne today. That is this gloriousness that is happening on my cheekbones. It's really intense, I have to say. In person, yeah, it's pretty glowy. But because it is a cream stick, I feel like it looks so much fresher on the skin, and it has a slightly drier texture. I was anticipating it to be very kind of dewy, have some emolliency to it, almost be kind of tacky on the skin. No, it is completely dry on my face, but it doesn't have kind of like a drier look to it. And oh, did I show you? I'm like, I swatched on my hand. I'm like, did I just show you guys? Yeah, I think I did, but I'm like totally forgetting. Yeah, right? I just showed it to you. Well, and I've really been impressed by it, and I've been wearing it almost every single day. Even when I don't have makeup, I just like add a little bit to my cheekbones because I just love the glow that it gives. And I like that it's not a powder. So if you have drier skin, this would be a lovely option for you. But if you have oily skin, fear not. This is not a very, like I said, it's not a very creamy or emollient or greasy texture. It has more of a drier texture. It's much like the Matchsticks from Fenty Beauty. I reviewed the Yacht Life one for the cheeks that I like love. This feels a little bit like that. That's even more dry. This has a little bit more slip to it, but it really just, I really put it on today heavy so you could really see it on camera. But you can just add just a touch to the cheekbones, maybe a little bit up here in your brow bone, maybe on your cupid's bow if you do all that kind of like fancy highlighting. I just stick here, maybe under my brow occasionally. But the Champagne color was my favorite. I'll link below to the blog post where I reviewed two other colors. It was rose gold and gold, I believe. Those were the ones I was most interested in and I felt would work best with my pale skin. So those are my recent favorites. I'm not gonna say beauty favorites because I added two non-beauty products. And I'll also link to the blog post series that I talked about on my blog Friday Finds, because let me tell you, it is just a plethora of goodies in those blog posts. I have like Netflix recommendations, books to read. There is just so much in those posts. So I'll link to the entire series below. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. If not, I will see you next time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.